Welcome back to Gray Matter XP. Thank you all for continuing to support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. I am still working it out, being busy while trying to make some content here and there, dropping a little bit here and there, trying to keep up. Been real busy since I am in one of the areas where the snow hit. Picked up some extra hours and started working OT. But anyways, I am now going to be taking a look at this game, No Rest for the Wicked. My best friend actually showed me the trailer for it, and he's like, yo, I think this is a game you might be interested in. And I was like, really? And I looked at it, and it's developed and produced by the same people who did Ori, I'm not sure how to say that, but Will of the Wisp, if you're familiar with the game, then you kind of know where it's going with this one. The art style in this game is very dynamic, but Moon Studios put in quite a bit of work and effort into this, and it's still in its early stages, but the game is actually pretty intricate. I like what I've seen so far. So I'm going to take a look at the character creator. Granted, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to showcase of it, but I'm just going to take a look at the character creator and then maybe even get into some early gameplay. I might even consider streaming it, so stay tuned, guys. And if you like what you see, go ahead and like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Alright, starting off with the character creator. Looks like we have a few presets. How they defaulted the name. Yo, back. This is just gonna start off with that. Oh wait. I guess it doesn't matter, huh? But yeah, looking at the character creator, we have some default presets, so it seems. There's a couple different individuals here. I just use that as the default name. And then we can customize. So we're working with the face. There's a little bit of a scar face there, older face. This one looks like it's by design. And this one has a little bit more for the age lines here. You can do differences on the hair. Looks like I need to use a control for this. Let's see. It doesn't look like the hairstyles are figure locked in any way. Hold on, let's get that one from the front. There are a lot of hairstyles. Prior. Longer hairstyles. Locked hairstyles. Quite a few different hairstyles here. Shouldn't have any problem selecting a unique character or creating a unique character. Looking at the beard and mustache, goatee style. You can create somebody who's going to be carrying a sword or a staff. It's a suitable person for your playthrough. It's gonna suit the looks. Now I do wonder if we'll be able to change these appearance values later. From what I understood, there is going to be like a home in the game, and you'll be able to manage that too. So that's gonna be kind of interesting to see. Okay, so since he has hair, you can't change his hair color without actually having hair. But they have the traditional gray, brown, black, dark brown. Alright, so you can make a genuinely older person or a younger person. Alright, let's go to the eyes. You can can go with the brow positioning there. Okay, that's a lot slower than I expected. So with the control, it's a bit slower. Very slow. Which I don't mind that, because if you want to get it just right, you can do it with the control. I'm going to switch over to mouse and keyboard real quick so we can make this a little bit more dynamic. So you can see the eyes there. You can see the eye positioning, higher or lower there. You can see the size of it. You can see the distance, whether they're going to be further out, lower down, smaller, bigger. You can make them look like Jar Jar Binks. You can bring his eyebrows way up there. All right, let's go to the nose. Nose position higher or lower. You can make Smeagol. You might be able to make Smeagol, man. It can be wider. I don't know if that actually changes the, it does. It changes the length a little bit too. Position doesn't really do anything for the length. But yeah, his nose could be way out there. Wider and further out. I guess that means like you gotta have more shit. You gotta have a larger nose, a large space. Mouth position, of course, you can make that higher or lower. If you want to do it in a refined way, I suggest using the control. Wider or smaller, wider or more narrow. Yep. All right, lip size small or large. I think I knew a lady who looked like this. Very, very large, broad chin. She was nice though. I can't remember what her name was. This is a long time ago. Might have been like my 3rd grade teacher or something. You were the right hairstyle. we can do that. Let's see. Can I find my 3rd grade teacher's hairstyle? It was something like this, but a little more tapered curl on the end or something like that. They have one? No, I don't think they have one with like a flip on the end. They don't have like a bob with a flip. I don't really know what I'm talking about. But anyways, let's go back. Jawbone itself here. Assume we're looking at that part here. Now, I imagine that these aspects will change a little bit according to the difference in the preset we choose. So chin width, chin position up or down. So if you wanted them to have more of a, well, you see a bulbous head and a small chin, you could definitely do that. Bring the chin position up because this works. His mouth is way up there. We raised his mouth, and then after that we broadened his nose a little bit, and we made his eyes smaller and raised his brow. This works. I think it looks pretty cool like this. I think he looks pretty cool like this. All right, let's go back. How do I go back? All right. So other characters, essentially. All right, so we got this face style. And that one gives them a little bit more of a, yeah, we've got the older gentleman there. So we have several different face styles. But they don't take us back to the, yeah, they don't take us back. Oh, okay, there we go. Got this gentleman here. Customize him a little bit. He has a couple different face styles as well. Some with some markings. A little lighter flare to him, not as dark of a face. This gentleman here, he looks a little bit more seasoned. Lower brow, change the eyebrows, swirling. Oh, I like the markings there with his face a little bit more scratch. guy's a little bit more Asiatic here. Customized. Now what I do notice is that some of the features on the face are fixed. For example, the nose is directly fixed. The thing that changes is usually the skin texture and the contrast and whatnot. That's a little bit different. But the head shape and everything, the body, all of that is just essentially fixed. Which is not bad. I mean, it's something that you can stick with when it comes down to a character creator. You can also say, well, since the body is finite, then you can also create specific armors and varied armors for that character as well. Right, let's take a look at the last guy. Yeah, he looks like he's definitely seen battle before. Got a vengeance against stuff. And he's got the markings on the face to prove it now. Not just the age lines like this guy. He's like born with a frown. All right, let's go back. Look at the female characters, or the female figure characters. All right, let's see. Oh, they got face paint for them. Makeup. She looks like she'll kick your butt if you speak to her wrong. She looks like she's kicked a few butts. And she looks a little bit more innocent, and, either pockmarks or freckles. All right, and I believe the hairstyles are going to be the same for them. Yeah, the hairstyles are going to be the same. This one has a little bit more of a drawn back face. Forehead is more prominent. Got a more prominent brow, excuse me. She looks like she's been dragged through the mud. The vengeful lover. She's taking it out on the world. Might as well be a mercenary while she's at it. This one looks a little more tribal. All right, let's go back. I also like how they have the figure, the body figure. Like the arms are a little bit longer, the legs are a little shorter. You know, you don't have the traditional symmetry of which everybody is expecting from XYZ or what we're conditioned to. It kind of tells us a little bit more about the world, but this is also the art style of the developers and creators of Moon. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at this character. Customize. More seasoned eyes, look like a trained assassin. This one is a little bit more light fair, but you can tell by the markings in the face that she's seen some stuff. She's also a more trained assassin, but been through some things in life. This one looks like she's committed to a sect or a guild or a group. This one right here looks like she's a little bit more weather. Too bad. Let's get back to this one here. Let's see. Customize. I don't know why her mouth is open, but okay. She looks a little collected. The mouth is, well, I don't know if that's an actual setting. Is it a mouth setting where you can actually, no, doesn't look like it. No. Let's see, you change your lip size? Nope. You can't actually change the gap in her mouth or the gate in her mouth. You can widen it a little bit. Anyways, back to the face, because that's where the details are a little bit more prominent for character creation here. Because the rest of the stuff is just kind of simple as to how you want to change it according to sliders and stuff. This one looks pretty cool. I choose this. Provided I could get it. Well, no, I think that effect is fixed on this face. That's a more Asiatic look there. This one is a little bit more southern, I'd say. All right. Big eyes, too. Big brown eyes. I think you could change the eye color, can't you? Yeah, you can change the eye color. So they could be light, dark, whichever one you choose. Back to the faces. Got some dynamic marking there. A little bit brighter right there. See, one thing I would probably do is to try to choose one that'll actually match the shading of the skin as well, the tone of the skin, because that'll set a lot. All right, so to view the other few faces that they have here. All right, looks good for character creation. Yeah. Okay, other parts of the character in which we can, which we can change with the eye color themselves. Let's see if there's anything else. The mouth, the jawbone, same thing. Okay, same thing. Nothing too different for male characters or females. At least they kept that unanimous, which is not bad. Alright, well, this brings us to the end of the character selection or character creation for the game No Rest for the Wicked. It was developed and produced by Moon Studios. As you can see, it has a very unique art style as well. So if you like what you see here, don't forget to click that like or hit that subscribe button so that you can get notified of when I upload the next bit of content for this game. I plan on giving it a good playthrough. It's still in early access, so everything is subject to change, of course. But this should give players a good idea of what to expect from the upcoming gameplay. So, stay safe, guys, and I will see you all next time.